All right. What's the one number in your business that you keep putting off looking at? We've all had one. I know I have. It shows up in the back of your mind every time you open your bank account and close it real quick, like close the app real quick. It's the number you think about at 2 a.m., but somehow you never get around to thinking about it during business hours. Right. We all have one, two, three, five, no judgment because Lord knows I've had a few in my lifetime. And here's what I've learned from working with business owners: the numbers you avoid are the numbers that matter the most. Not because they're complicated or complex in any way, but because looking at them forces a decision you probably have been putting off. So let me give you an example because I know you're probably thinking to yourself, well, I don't know about that, Erica. Let me show you. I've worked with a business owner who avoided looking at her gross margin for almost a year. She knew her revenue was growing, as many people do. Know that the revenue is growing and you're excited, but she just assumed things were fine. And on the surface, based on the things that social media tells you, that it should be fine. But when she looked at the number, her gross margin was only 28%. And that means that every dollar she brought in, she was only keeping 28 cents before overhead. And afterward, she wasn't even break even, barely. The number wasn't the problem because 28% is great if one, we know what we're doing with it, but two, we know that's the number that we're targeting. The avoidance was the problem. She could have made that decision to change things in her business 6 months ago, but she could have raised her prices, cut delivery costs, structured her offering. Like instead, she carried the weight of not knowing for 6 months, and that 6 months of decisions made from a place that wasn't really real. Here's the pattern that I see: the number you avoid becomes the decision you delay, and the decision you delay becomes the profit that you lose. It's not the number that cost you; it's the not looking at it. So there are three numbers I see business owners avoid the most. The first one confuses me very much so because it's your money, and that's owner compensation. How much you're actually paying yourself. This number is uncomfortable because it reveals the truth. If your business makes six figures, but you take home less than what you would make at a job, the number will tell you. And most people don't want to hear it. Why? Because social media and all these other folks are telling you, well, if you just hit six figures, everything's working. And that's not necessarily the truth. The second number is customer acquisition cost. How much does it cost you to get one new client or one new customer? And this number is uncomfortable because it might reveal that your marketing isn't marketing the way that you think it is, or that your cheapest clients are actually your most expensive ones. Ooh, I'm gonna let that one sit there for a minute. Your cheapest clients, the ones who pay the least, are the most expensive to acquire. The third one is profit margin, not revenue, profit. The actual percentage you keep after everything is paid for. This number is uncomfortable because it's the truth. You cannot spin it. You cannot explain it away. It just is what it is. I often say men lie, women lie, but numbers, they don't lie. But here's what happens when you look: the anxiety drops, the weight actually lifts, because now you're dealing with reality and not fear. Fear of number is always worse than the actual number itself. I promise you, always. And once you know your numbers, you can make a better decision. And that's the whole point. Not to feel bad about the past or what you did and how it happened and the decisions you made. It's to decide differently going forward. And if any of this sounds familiar, if you have numbers that you've been putting off, listen, have no fear. I'm here. I want you to join us for the Profit Decision Trading on August 27th. This is exactly what we're going to be talking about: looking at the numbers, making the decisions, and moving forward with clarity instead of anxiety. The link is going to be in the comments. I'm going to get fancy. Let me see if I can actually pop it up on the screen. Boom, there it is, gpsmasterclass.com. and up. I think I can actually drop it in the chat. Maybe I can. Let's see. Okay, maybe not because my chat is not being nice to me, but whatever. It is what it is. That's just the way it would work while we laugh, right? I'll drop it in the chat um, so that you can get it. We'll make sure that it gets there, and you know the link will be there because the longer you put it off, the longer you put off the decisions, as long as you put off looking at the numbers, the more expensive it actually gets. And you already know that now because I just told it to you and I gave you an example. Before I go, tell me what is the number you've been avoiding in your business? Now, look, you don't have to share the number itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how people feel about their numbers, but just tell me which one. Was it the gross margin, the owner compensation, or the customer acquisition cost, or something totally different? Drop it in the comments because naming it is the first step to fixing it. That just is what it is. As I always say, it's not about the revenue that you generate. It's all about the profit that you get to keep. My name is Erica Lay. I'm the Chief Profit Officer here at Global Profit Solutions, where we help entrepreneurs like you find the hidden profit in their business, price with power, and make data-backed decisions with facts, not feelings. Talk to you soon. Bye.